Hello everyone, Danny Garola here with Stampin' the Pink Barn, coming to you from Tucson, Arizona. It has been a very, very beautiful day today. It's so nice that we are under triple digits now. That's always for a good time when we start going into the fall weather, I guess you would say. It's not fall yet, but we definitely still have snakes out though. This morning I was rudely, interrupted with my morning coffee with my dogs outside going just crazy, and there was a great big rattlesnake in my dog's backyard where they go out to use the bathroom. Oh yeah, it was pretty scary. My dogs both got bit. My one dog didn't make it. We live too far out of town that by the time we would have gotten to the vet, she had already, yeah. So, snakes are very, very real here in the desert. I tried everything in my power to save her. The fire department said, it takes 20 minutes for it to hit the bloodstream, and then there's nothing that they can do. Well, the emergency vet that I would have to take her to for the venom that you can get, the anti-venom, is over an hour away. So, but my other dog, he is doing okay. And I really contemplated whether or not I was going to go live today. Okay, I'm not going to cry. So we definitely have been really keeping an eye on him. He is a much bigger dog. They typically say when a little dog, and she was Chihuahua, part Chihuahua, part Dachshund. And we got her from when I was working down at the VFW here. One of the elder gentlemen, he had passed away, and her sister were left in his house. And when they came to take care of the house or whatever, they found the two dogs in there. And so we had kind of taken her in, and we've had her for probably about 5 years now, but or maybe more like 4 years now. So it unfortunately, because of being, and I don't want to sound like a bitch, but unfortunately, having very many animals and having a farm, you kind of start, I don't want to say that I get desensitized, but we've gone through, especially here in Arizona. Arizona's rough on our animals, I will say that. There are very many elements that dogs don't survive. I mean, as far as I'm concerned. The dogs that we've had 2 of them die from valley fever. We've had, what was the other thing? Parvo. Parvo is really bad here. I almost lost the one dog. So anyways, I'm not going to go on this tangent. I just letting you guys all know that I know a lot of you guys who are on my personal page saw the pictures that I had posted of the snake earlier. But I just thought I would come on here and let you guys know kind of what has transpired over the day. At first, I didn't even know that either one of them got bit. So some time had already gone by before I had even known that either one of them got bit. Now, my bigger dog, he got kind of on his inner lip, he kind of got hit, but his is very localized. He's just got like a bump right here. And of course we keep giving him the Benadryl and everything. And now this is just speculation. I don't know. I wasn't out there at the time. I'm pretty sure that the little dog is the one that got the full brunt of the venom, because I'm pretty sure she got hit first. Because by the time I even went out there to get the big dog away from the snake, because he's the one that I was hearing, she was already back up on the patio. So I thought she was scared and she just ran away. I've never seen either one of my dogs around a snake, so I had no clue how they reacted. So I thought she just went back up on the porch and she was just scared and she was just up there away from it. So I didn't really think anything of what was going on with her until I started seeing little drops of blood. And I was like, what in the heck? Who's bleeding here? So after a while, like I said, I had gotten the fire department here. I had gotten the snake cleared off. And I saw the little drops of blood. And so, oh, okay. And so I, you know, quickly grabbed her and we shoved Benadryl down her, but unfortunately it was more than what I could, you know, take on. So anyways, we are here to do some beautiful card stamping and take my mind away from that because I don't want to think about that. You know, I don't think anti-venom is something that people are allowed to have on hand because I don't think it's that readily available. Now, you would think in a state where we have such high rattlesnake bites and that kind of stuff that it would be something that could be dispersed out, but no, you have to go take them to the emergency vet. They're the only ones. Even if I was to take them to the vet that is closest to me, they couldn't do anything for me because they're not allowed to carry the anti-venom either. You have to go to the emergency clinic, which the closest vet that I have to me is, I think it's like 35 minutes away down the road. But they don't carry it. There's nothing that they could do for you. So I have to drive another 30 minutes past that just to get to the emergency clinic. And yeah, so anyways, and some antivenom has to be specific to the snake. And see, and I have no idea what kind of rattlesnake it was. I just know that it was a big, gross, ugly one. But I think that about all snakes. I'm not a fan of snakes at all. I don't care what kind of snakes they are. I know some people say, you know, we've got good snakes that keep the mice down. I don't care. I don't like any of them. I don't want them around. Like, they need to be out in the desert doing their snake thing and killing rodents out there. I'm good. I don't need them around my house. And a lot of people say that when they're around your yards that the dog feces they can smell it and they won't come near that because they know that there's, you know, something that would be dangerous. But yeah, that didn't stop this guy. Luckily though, he did get stuck. I have a mesh fence around the inside of my yard to try to keep those things away. But he got stuck in it because he was really big around. He was a thick guy. He got stuck in that, and I think that kind of slowed him down because then he couldn't coil up and strike fully. He was only like a portion of his head was through that, and so only the short part of him can come through. But either way, he still did his damage. So yeah, unfortunately it is what it is. There's nothing I can do about it now. So we just move on. And yeah, it's just one of those things that you take living in the desert, and especially living very rural and out in the desert where we live. I'm just thankful that none of us were hurt. I mean, not to say that my dog isn't one of us. That's not what I'm saying. But it could have, you know, it could always be worse. I guess you could say it that way. So yeah, so we'll move on from there. Enough about that. I don't want to keep thinking about it. So what do we have going on? I have a new host code that will earn you guys when you shop with me this week and spend $35 or more in my online store and use my host code. You will get the 3 cards in a kit that I will send to you. Beautiful, beautiful cards that we are making tonight. I told you guys last week that we got an offer on our home. It's still standing. All is still good with that. The people had an inspection done today, so we're waiting to hear back from that. We have the septic tank inspection coming up, so the ball is rolling on this. I can't wait. I can't wait to be able to go buy our RV and start traveling. So we won't probably travel until next summer. We'll probably just kind of stay here during the winter and the holidays and that kind of stuff, because I know winters get more brutal where we want to kind of travel to. So I'm not wanting to travel during, you know, snow season and that kind of stuff. That doesn't sound fun to me. I want to be able to enjoy getting out and seeing the beauty of the country. So, yeah. So I'm trying to think. Did you guys get that paper? I'm going to be using that tonight. The All About Autumn paper. Were you guys able to get that the other night? It came back in stock. I think it was actually Monday night. It came back in stock. It's back out of stock again. But I luckily grabbed some more of that because I'm going to be featuring the All About Autumn in my October PDF class. I have created 5 beautiful cards to be in my PDF for October. So watch for that. I will get that posted probably this weekend, that you can purchase the PDF, and I am going to keep my fingers crossed that I get that all up and going by the 1st of October. I want that to be able to be available to you guys. One of the amazing things about ordering a PDF from me is you don't have to wait for anything in the mail. It comes straight to your email after you have paid for it. I send it straight to you. You can print that PDF off and keep it forever and continue making those cards. The other thing that I love about PDFs and purchase them from other people is that I use them for their layouts and their different ways of making their cards. Even though if it's a product that is no longer available, I still like to look at them and see the designs that they've created. Then I can create other cards as well. So just to let you guys know, PDFs are wonderful things to have. They're also a little bit more inexpensive than buying a full kit. I've decided to go ahead and do PDF classes now instead of doing kit classes, just because of the fact that it's hard to keep items on hand, especially when they're coming and going in and out of the store like they have been. I don't want to get caught and not be able to give you guys product that you would need to have for a kit. So, just to let you guys know. Wait a minute. What did I miss here? You didn't get it. Didn't get. What did I say that you guys didn't get? Because Margot and Courtney both say that they didn't get it. What? I don't know what I said that I must have blew it on something. I don't know. I don't remember what. I don't know. So, we are going to get you guys flipped around. I should probably say hi to. Oh, you didn't get any of the paper. That's right. I did ask you guys. Did you guys get paper? See, woohoo. Well, that is a bummer. I think I read that it will be back in October 3rd. I think that's what I just read on the status report of when that paper is going to be coming back in stock. I think it said October 3rd. I'm pretty sure that's what it said, because I was like, I'm going to have to order more paper because I'm loving the All About Autumn. And that just happens to be what I'm featuring tonight in the 3 cards that I'm going to be making. So let me go through and say hi to everybody, since I was so absorbed in my own life that I forgot to say hi to everybody. Hello, Peggy. Hello, Becky. Hello, Frida. Hello, Sheila and Margot and Yolanda. Welcome, you guys. Thank you so much for coming in here and watching me. Hello, Lisa. Hello, Patty. Welcome, welcome, you guys. And Miss Courtney. Miss Lois, you made it. Yeah, I know what you're talking about with the whole moving thing. We just went through that. Luckily, though, you were smart enough to get movers to help you out, because that is definitely a must. I will never move again. Just saying that was horrendous. Moving is not fun. Just a little back history. When I was younger and we were having babies and, you know, doing the whole kid thing, we moved a lot. But then again, we didn't own a home at the time. We were like in apartments or renting, you know, houses and whatnot. And things would always come up where they would either go to change the price of the rent, or they would wind up selling the house that we were living in, which has happened quite a few times. Or we were just over the apartment life. And then that's when we started renting houses. So, we moved all the time with little kids and everything, and it was never a big deal. I think it's because I'm getting old. And it's just, I'm like, okay, this moving stuff is absolutely for the birds. I don't like moving. I won't ever do it again. Just doesn't matter. So, hello, Miss Anna. Okay, and hello, Linda. And hello, Denise. So yes, so I definitely get what you're going through, Lois. It is not fun at all. Okay, I'm going to get you guys flipped around. We are going to talk about a little bit of business, and then we are going to get into these gorgeous cards that we are going to create tonight. I will make sure that next Monday when I am live, I will show you the 5 cards that are going to be in that PDF for the month of October. So hang tight, don't get sick. We don't want anybody getting sick while we are crafting because that is not fun. Okay, let's see here. Let's get ourselves straight-ish. I might need to pull in my stand here. There we go. All right. It looks like that is maybe semi-straight. Let's see. Nope. It looks like we're a little bit crooked here. Go that way a little bit. There we go. All right, we're gonna call it good. We will make it work. Okay, so here is my current host code. This is my new host code that I just created today. So this one will be going through October. Oh, where's my calendar? This host code will go through October 16th. So that is good for almost a month-ish. So when you place any orders with me, this is the current host code that you're going to want to use in order to get my kit classes for the next couple of weeks. Mystery Stamping Live is coming up on the 20th, which is Wednesday. So be prepared for that. You can get the supply list over on my blog, stampinthepinkbarn.com, or you can get it here in the events on my Facebook page. The current paper pumpkin for the month of October that is in rotation right now. This is called Home for the Holidays. I cannot wait for this kit. I did get my current kit today that I'm gonna give you guys a little sneak peek of, if you guys haven't gotten it yet, just to let you guys know that, spoiler alert, if you haven't gotten your paper pumpkin kit and you do not want to see the inside of it, I will let you guys know when I'm showing it so you can turn away or whatever. Home for the Holidays. This says get everything you need to create shimmery, sparkling Christmas cards. Hello, Vicky. This kit includes 8 card bases for each of 2 designs, 8 coordinating envelopes, 1 real red Stampin' Spot, and 1 glitter glue. This is the first time I think I've ever seen glitter glue. Beautifully detailed pre-cut pieces, and 1 photopolymer stamp set. So you can find this here on my Facebook page if you scroll down a little bit. It also has details over on my blog for this that you can read more about it, and you can see how to subscribe if you want the month-to-month kit to come right to your mailbox, or you can buy a subscription, or you can buy a prepaid subscription. So if it's just a one-time kit that you want, you can do it that way as well. All right, our virtual card making event is coming up on October 7th. This is a free event for everyone. They are going to be featuring 3 different stamp sets. So if you're a part of my Pink Barn Stampers group, that is my private group, you can download, I've put the PDFs in the file. You can download the supply list for this and the items that they have used. So then you can order those in time for October 7th. Or just use what you have. Our special paper release has come out, and I forgot to bring it over here. I think my mom has most of it. So let me see. This is the, oh no, that's not the right one. I want to really show you guys this one right here. This paper, this is the gold and silver. Now, this is adhesive backed. Woohoo, right? Isn't that so cool? Hello, Mary. This is amazing paper. It is glitter paper. You get it in silver and gold. And when you die cut this or use a punch or anything like that, you're going to be creating your own sticker because it is adhesive. You'll just pull the layer apart and be able to use that as kind of a sticker on your, especially if you're using any of those new Christmas sets that have like the, what are those called? The little light bulbs, and you want the little silver or gold top to your strands. Oh, beautiful, beautiful paper. Let me see if I can find the other ones. Oh, this right here. If you guys have the Saint Nick stamp set that is in the catalog, know that this paper, now, where do you find this paper? Does the glitter come off? Nope. I did not have any of it come off on my hands. That is a great question. Thanks for asking that, Lois. Because I do know some of our older paper did used to come off on our hands. This does not. Nope. No glitter on the hands. Nope. Nothing's coming off. Nope. Very, very cool. This Saint Nick paper, this is gorgeous and will be matching with your dies that if you have the Saint Nick bundle, this will cut out using that bundle and the dies. Very, very gorgeous. That vintage Santa. I love that. Look at this. Oh, now, this paper will be found only in my online exclusive store. It is thick. Yes, you're absolutely right, Frida. It is very, very thick paper, that glitter paper, but it will cut. I would advise everybody to run it through twice, like roll it through your machine once and then roll it back the other way. Hello, Kathy. Just to make sure that you do get a nice cut with that. Isn't this fun right here with these old vintage mailboxes? Oh, this paper is to die for, you guys. Look at this with that old Christmas scene with the Christmas tree and the fireplace with the curtains and the chairs. Oh, so, so beautiful. And don't forget, the other side is just as beautiful. You just have more of a solid print on the back side. Here's some of your holly leaves. And the back side of that has this as well. This you could actually use with lots of different holidays. Oh, shoot, I forgot one. Oh, so now you've got little stockings. And the back side of that one is also that, this reminds me of a wallpaper, to be honest with you. But it's very, very pretty. Okay, so there's that one. I forgot to bring the flower one over. There is one that goes with that floral set, and I forgot that paper because I think I don't think my mom ordered that one. And then there is this one here. This is called the tartan foil. This is tartan foil, so it is in copper clay. Now this is double-sided as well, and it is a kind of a shimmery kind of paper, or gloss, I guess you might say. It's in copper clay. It is also in your Lost Lagoon, and then your Pebbled Path. That is called the tartan. Oops, as I throw everything on the floor. And then where is the other ones? I know she got the other one. Oh, this right here. This one's really pretty too. Again, this has got kind of a shimmer to it. It's kind of a glossy paper. And then the other side does not have the gloss. It is more of a matte finish to it. But there are the both sides of that. Look at these trees. Aren't those so cool? And they've got some glitter, or not glitter, but it's got a shine to the red in that. And then you've got your packages here, your little green presents, and then the back side of that. Look at these stripes. Oh, foil. That's the word that I was looking for. It has a foil look to it. And then look at the lights, the strand of lights that are on the back of that one. Then you've got the, it almost reminds me of golfing, the golfing pattern with some Christmas bulbs on the back side of that. Some holly leaves. I like this. It looks like it's snowing. And then you've got little green candy canes on a green background. Ooh, I like this too. Very, very pretty paper. So again, that can all be found in my online exclusives store. So when you visit my store, there is a little area up at the top. I think it's the top left-hand corner where you can scroll down and then you can see the categories. And if you go to online exclusives, that's where you're going to find all that beautiful paper. Okay. And there's one more. I just don't have it over here. Mystery Stamping, like I said, will be live on the 20th at 6 p.m. You can find all the details here in the event on my Facebook page. The Making a Difference Give Back. Now, the what they have chose for this year is the... where did I just put it? It is for a walk in the forest. So the way that works is Stampin' Up, they pick a charity that they want to make a difference with, and they send part of the proceeds for every time this paper is sold. They will send a proceeds of this paper pack. And I think it is $3 in the US, and I think it's $4 in Canada, if I'm correct. So it's a really cool way to kind of give back. Now they are doing the Salvation Army in Canada, and they are doing the, I think it's the Marines Toys for Tots here in the US. I think that's what I read, and I can't find the page that I wrote it down on to tell you guys. So anyways, here is this paper. Now just know that a walk in the forest, this paper coordinates with 2 of our bundles. It coordinates with the Berry Christmas and the tree, I can't remember the name of that tree set, but it matches with the trees. So you can use your Christmas bear punch that will punch this out, and the tree dies go with that. Then you've got a strand of little trees here on the back of that. Really pretty. Look at that pretty peacock on the back of that. And the sprigs. You've got some pine cones on this one. Very cool for the snow. Again, look at that bear can be punched out with the bear punch. There's the back side of that. You've got some more like trees in the forest with some snowflakes. And then the different color Christmas trees here with the stripes on the back. So gorgeous. Oh my goodness. And I love when Stampin' Up, you know, gives to a charity to make it worth, you know, I mean, not that it's not worth buying their paper anyways, because they have gorgeous paper, but you know that they are putting that in to help these little kiddos. Okay, my PDF classes that I have available right now, I've got my Them Bones PDF class. This is great for if you want to get a head start on making some little Halloween cards. I love Halloween, so it was so much fun creating these and using that glow-in-the-dark paper. And I think that glow-in-the-dark paper, I believe think it's coming back August or October 3rd as well, because I think it was another one that was on my list to order October 3rd. So the glow-in-the-dark paper is coming back. This set is back in you can grab that bundle, the Them Bones bundle, or I think it's called Bag of Bones. But really, really cute cards that I have created for you guys. It is a step-by-step tutorial. You can create the 4 cards. My Fresh as a Daisy PDF class is available. That is going to create 6 cards on that one. The Timeless Arrangements PDF class is available. That creates 4 beautiful cards. And the Countryside Inn is still available. That's a PDF. So like I said, it's kind of cool with PDFs. They come right to your email. So you don't have to wait for anything to be shipped or mailed to you or worry about anything getting lost or any kind of flaws in the system that, you know, if Stampin' Up runs out of something and I can't get it to you. That's why I decided to do the PDF class. Okay, let me show you the beautiful cards that we are going to create tonight. So again, when you shop with me this week and you spend $35 or more, now that is before shipping and tax, and you use my current host code, which is ZURRJ76X, you will get the kit in the mail that will be creating these 3 cards. You've seen these cards already. They are in the heading of this video. These are the 3 gorgeous cards that I will be sending you, the cardstock and the beautiful little any kind of die cuts that you need. Now, that being said, you will need to have the Autumn Leaves bundle to create the 3 cards that I'm going to be making tonight. I am also going to be using this new product. This is called the Deckled Circles. This is in that new mini catalog. Now, you guys, this comes with 14 of these circle dies. They are amazing. Now, this one is huge. Like, as you can see, if you were to lay that on a card, there's no way in the world that's going to fit on a card. But you could cut it in half and use half of it on your card. Well, maybe close to it. You can use half of it if you want to create, or even move it down if you want to create a land scape in the background. But I love these because these are perfect for people who like to scrapbook. They're the perfect size for scrapbooking. So that's exactly why I knew we needed to have them. But I'm going to be using those because that's what we've used for the center of this leaf card here. So why don't we go ahead and get started, and I'm going to show you how to create these 3 beautiful, beautiful cards. But first, let's go ahead and do our giveaways for those of you who, you know, joined me last week. All right, so last week, for liking last week's video, Miss Patty Marini, if you are watching or you catch this, please send me your email, or not your email, send me your address in Messenger, or you can always email it to me at stampinthepinkbarn@gmail.com so I can get this beautiful little card in the mail to you. That is Patty Marini. for liking last week's video. This little easel fold card in the pretty peacock. I used the pick of the patch last week, so I would love to send this to you. Okay, the next one for commenting on last week's video, this is the little Halloween pumpkin card that I created for you guys. This one is gonna go to Miss Denise Wager. So Denise, this is gonna come to you. Then for sharing last week's video, I've got a couple of packs of some embellishments that I never used, and now I can't use them because they are retired. I want to give these packages because there's still very much to use in them. I want to give these away. So these are going to go for last week for sharing. Now, when you share my video, I've already seen a lot of you sharing my video, and I'm so grateful for you guys doing that. Thank you. And that gets you in the giveaway for this coming week. Make sure you, once you share my video, that you come back in here in the comments and you tell me that you've shared, because Facebook has this weird thing about it that it will tell me, it'll show me the number of everybody who's shared the video, but it doesn't tell me your name. Because if you have any kind of privacies on your pages, which I want you to keep those on your pages, don't change any of the privacies. Just let me know that you've shared it. Just tell me in the comments that you've shared. So for sharing last week's video, I want to give away these beautiful little embellishments. These are great for your upcoming Halloween cards. They're kind of spooky. These are going to go to Kay Wire. So Kay, watch for these to come in the mail. You've got the 3 different colors of these stars here, and I've only used 3 of them out of this package. And then this one here, I used just a few right over here. But these are an iridescent black pearl. Absolutely gorgeous to go on your spooky little cards that you're going to create. So those will be coming in the mail to you. Okay, let me set all that aside. Okay, now, spoiler alert, I'm going to be opening the paper pumpkin kit to show you guys really quick. So any of you who don't want to see the inside of this, look away now. But this is the new kit. This is called With Love and Gratitude. This is the really pretty little stamp set that this came with. Now, I will be live on the 28th of September showing you guys alternatives to this kit. It came with the Lost Lagoon Stampin' Spot. And this kit is so cool. It will create, it looks like it's going to create 8 of these little gift packages that are so cool that they fold down, and they're great for little thank you gifts. And then it's also going to create 8 cards here as well to match your little thank you gifts. So very, very cool. I can't wait to use this with you guys and show you the alternatives that I come up with. So I have to get busy with that. So just wanted you guys to see how cool that kit is. And look how pretty the box is. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, so let's move on. All right, so card number 1. I've got all my little bits and pieces. Now, when this comes to you, it's going to come to you just like this. After you place your order with me, you're going to get your envelope. You're going to get all your bits and pieces. Now, remember that when I send it to you, the inside of your card is going to be on the back of your card. So don't think that I forgot to give you the inside of your card base. It's always going to be on the back side of your little cards here. So that'll probably fall out, but that goes on the inside to decorate the inside of your card as well. I didn't forget about that. Okay, so for this first card, I am using Pebbled Path. Now, you guys can get all the dimensions that I have used on these cards over on my blog. I always tell you guys to check tomorrow because it takes me a while to get everything written up, and I have to take photos of all the cards that I'm making tonight, because if I decide to tweak anything on that I've changed, then I like to give you guys what we've made here live. So the card base is Pebbled Path. That is one of our new in colors. Then I have a piece of Lost Lagoon here. And then this is from that gorgeous paper pack. It is the All About Autumn. It is a gorgeous, now I don't have much of this pack left because I have been using the heck out of it. You've got some very, very beautiful landscape. And then on the back, you've got all the back of this. This is a specialty paper. This is all got a foiling to it. And then you've got this sweater print with the pretty peacock. Now it is copper that you're gonna find in this color back here. Look at that, isn't that gorgeous? Oh, I wish I was walking down that path. That would just be, oh, heavenly. You've got some wood grain with the moody mauve. Look at this, like looking down into a forest of all those fall colors. Oh, I miss fall colors. This looks like another piece of linen. You've got some pumpkins, you've got the bookshelf. Very, very gorgeous colors. You've got lots of colors you can play with here. This leather sofa, some more books. So very, very gorgeous paper, you guys. And like I said, I know this is out of stock again. I don't think they anticipated it being as popular as it turned out to be. But I think we've all been just waiting for fall, and what gorgeous paper. They should have known. They should have known. I tell you what. You put out a paper that gorgeous, of course it's gonna go. All right, so this we're going to layer on that. So why don't we go ahead and adhere that together. And like I said, when it comes back in stock, you guys better buy a couple packs of it, because when you're using up one side of your paper, you're gonna want more to be able to use that gorgeous foiled side as well. That's how we become paper hoarders, is because we don't buy enough packs, and it's hard to cover up that other pack. So I always say, make sure you buy yourself 2 packs of every paper. So then you don't have to feel bad about using it, because that's kind of the whole point of having that paper. All right, so now I need to pull out my stamp set. So the really cool thing about the stamp set is you've got the images, plus you've got the veins to stamp in the images, and then you have some really pretty sentiments in here. So I just need this vein right here for this large maple leaf. If any of you guys are watching here from Canada, this maple leaf reminds me of you Canadians. Okay, so I'm going to use Pebbled Path ink along with my Pebbled Path image here. And what I have done is I have just cut this maple leaf out of the Pebbled Path scrap. I just went ahead and cut everything ahead of time, so I'm not taking up all our time tonight die cutting everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to line up this bottom stem, even though there is no stem going to hang on here, but just to make sure that I line it up right here in the center of this leaf. Just like that. And there is our veins to our leaf. Is the paper autumn? Okay, the autumn paper is not available now. I think, oh, is it October 9th? Okay, so October 9th. See, I was thinking October 3rd for some reason. So there you go. Linda is on it. Okay, so there is that. Then I have taken, the really cool thing about this die set is they gave us 2 of the smaller maple leaves. So I went ahead and I cut 2 of those out of my copper clay paper, a scrap of copper clay. Then I have taken a piece of Lost Lagoon, or you can use the piece that you have here, because since we're covering it with this paper, nobody would know if you cut it out of that. I use a piece of Lost Lagoon, and I cut out this little leaf right here. And then down here, you've got these 2 smaller little leaves. I have taken 2 of those and cut those out of the Lost Lagoon as well. And then for my sentiment, I am using the little framelit right here that I'm gonna use for my sentiment piece. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab my Lost Lagoon. Now I have decided to use the Very Vanilla because I thought Very Vanilla went really, really well. And you will get a Very Vanilla envelope to match. I just have these already in my envelope when I do these. So I will definitely send you a matching envelope. I thought it went really well with that sweater versus the white. The white just seemed a little bit too crisp on there. So that's what I chose. Let's go ahead and stamp our sentiment. I am going to use the Autumn Teaches Us That Change Can Be Beautiful. Oh, isn't that such a beautiful saying? Okay. So what I'm going to do with that, put that in the Lost Lagoon. And just stamp that. Ooh, that's hard to see on that. Hold on a minute. I'm going to bring this back in because that's really hard to see because this is Very Vanilla too. My base here, I need that because we're going to do some flicking of ink here in just a few. And I don't want it going everywhere on my mom's desk. So I decided to bring my little mat here to cover everything. And I think what I'm gonna do in the inside piece is I'm going to grab, let's grab this leaf right here. So let me clean off my stem. Could have swore I had 2 of these big blocks over here. What did I do with it? It's hiding underneath my ink pad. Okay, I'm gonna take this leaf here and I'm gonna use the Lost Lagoon. I'm gonna move all my bits out of the way here. I'm gonna grab this leaf. I'm gonna stamp it coming off the top here. I'm gonna come here. And then right over here. There we go. And then that's gonna go in the inside of our card. So let's go ahead and get all this put together. So let's adhere this straight down on our card. Yes. Now on one of these cards, I think, didn't I do that? Oh, maybe I didn't. No, I did use the veins with the oxidized paper. I did some of the veins on my PDF class. It is absolutely, you are absolutely right, Courtney. It is beautiful, that oxidized paper, that copper paper, when you use it as the veins. And that would be pretty on this one here too. If you were to do that on this big leaf, it would kind of add some shimmer to the front. But I was kind of keeping this one just more on the simple side since it's more of the, since it's my first card that I'm showing. I like to go like kind of up in, what's it called? Like avid beginners levels. That's what I'm looking for. Because people who are different levels of stampers like to see easier cards. You know what? Right now, I can't think how much the PDF classes are. You'll find it over on my blog, because depending on however many cards that have been in the PDF and how many things I have to write up, I think they're between 10 and 15 bucks. From what I'm trying to think, Lois. You would have to go over there and look. Once you go to my blog, On the right-hand side, there's a categories. If you go down to my monthly PDF class, that's where it'll take you in there and you can see all the different PDFs that I have available. Okay, so I'm just gonna do a dry fit at the moment, just to make sure I have my placement correct before I add all this business to the card and then find out that things are gonna hang over the edges and nah. We don't want any of that. So let me go ahead and add some dimensionals to the back of this maple leaf. Okay, there's that. Let's take this. Now I'm going to place this first, so I make sure I can tuck that underneath it. So let's add that right there. Let's take our sentiment and kind of tuck it right like that and make sure we get it straight. Okay, like that. Then we're gonna take our maple leaves. Oh, and see what I did? I even did it in a different color this time. That's why I said I need to take pictures. I'm using copper clay here. I used, what was this? Cajun Craze on here. So you can definitely see the difference. See, I even messed my own card up. I guess I didn't mess it up. I just gave you guys a variation. There you go. Okay, so we're gonna put this right like that. Then you guys can see, if you guys go to make these cards yourselves, you can see which one you like better. Let's pop this up like that. Okay. And then let's grab this leaf. And then I'm gonna slide that underneath like that and just have that coming out the side. Then we're gonna grab both of our little Lost Lagoon guys here and my minis. Sounds like my son is over here. I think I heard him out there talking. Okay, I'm just gonna slide this right like that. And then we're gonna slide this one right over here, just like that. There we go. You know what? I'm gonna say that I like the Cajun Craze better. See, I should have been paying attention. But either way, it's still very, very pretty. This is just a little bit more subtle. It actually kind of looks good with the copper clay. And there is our inside. Let's add some embellishments to this. I am going to be using this is the 2023-2025 in color dots. And I'm gonna grab, you know what? Now I think I like those on there because they match the copper clay. Let's change things up a bit. Why don't we? Okay, so I'm gonna grab the copper clay and I'm gonna put this one right up here. Grab the little one, grab it and put it, let's go right there. And then let's grab the big one, put it down here. There we go. Yeah, that looks good with the copper clay on there because these you don't really see because I used the, right up there, I used the Pebbled Path ones to match the background paper. So it does look really good over here with the copper clay on there. So just to show you guys the difference, if you guys go to recreate this, you can see, you know, the difference in the two colors, or you can use yellow if you want to. Use Cajun Craze in there. That would be pretty. Okay, so let me set that one aside and let's move on to card number 2. Okay. Now this one I am using the oxidized copper, but this time I am not using it for a vein. I'm just gonna use it for the background, and I wanna show you guys something kind of cool to do with this. I know I've showed it in the past, but this is my Moody Mauve, and it goes really, really pretty with these leaves. You can really see how it grabs that mauve in there. So let's fold our base in half. Okay, there's that. Here is our oxidized. Now what I'm gonna do with this oxidized, because again, it's going to go on top of this. Nobody's gonna see the underneath of that. I'm gonna utilize my oxidized paper since it is out of stock. And so I'm gonna be a hoarder. Not really. I'm just gonna utilize. That's how we say it, right? So I'm going to take, because this is this size, so I've used the 6th circle, deckled circle, and I've cut out my basic white. And then on the 7th one, I'm going to lay this in the center because it leaves me plenty of space, and I'm only using 1/8 of an inch for it to be seen around that. So you're really not gonna see much of it, but you'll see enough. So we're gonna use this and we're gonna cut this out. But it all of a sudden got really, really super dark in here. So let me see if I can find a light in here, because she's got buttons for everything. Let's see. Oh, there we go, we have light. So let me cut this out. So to utilize this paper, I just cut the center of that out. And that's what we're going to mat our little white piece on when we get there. Oh, I better show you guys. This is the card that we're gonna be making. I know I showed you guys in the beginning, but you might wanna see it again so you can see what we're even doing here. Set that aside so I can use that as my cheat sheet. All right, so this is gonna go on here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm only gonna put glue, get my glue booger off of there. I'm only gonna put glue around the edges because I don't want glue, you know, coming out of that little circle piece that we've just cut out of there. So this will fit nicely right like that, watching my margins to make sure everything is even Steven. Okay, see, nobody's gonna see that circle, so it's okay. We are just being frugal. All right, so with this white piece right here, I am going to take my bigger block. I need that big maple leaf stamp. Now the cool thing about this stamp is it has a, they call them distinctive. It has different kinds of uppers and lowers, I guess you would kind of say, kind of like what you saw here where it kind of left some of those out, a lighter texture so it looks more realistic. So with this, I'm gonna stamp the Moody Mauve. Okay, like that. And I'm just gonna stamp this right in the center of this circle. Just like so. Give that a second to absorb in there, or marinate, however you want to say it. And that will lighten up drastically once it dries. See the difference? You wouldn't even know that that was the same color. But as it dries, it will start to get a lot prettier, and the color is more true to the background of the Moody. Okay, so let's set that there. We're gonna do some embossing as well. Where did I put my embossing powder? Here's my embossing powder. Let me grab a sheet of paper over here. So what I'm gonna do with this is I'm going to take the sentiment. We're gonna use the I'm thankful. Right here. Okay, I'm thankful, and we're gonna use our Versamark pad since we are going to be using our copper embossing powder. But first, what I want to do is find what I did with my, there it is. I'm gonna use my little embossing buddy here, but I'm gonna give that just a couple more seconds to dry, because if I try to do it over wet ink, it will stick to my leaf, and that's not what I want to happen right now. So let's go ahead and add the inside to our card here to give that just a little bit more time to dry. So I just cut a little 1/2 inch piece of those leaves, that paper. I'm just gonna add that to the bottom of the inside of my card here. Now, when we put I'm thankful on there, we've got a couple of small little sentiments that we could put on the inside for all you do today and every day to have as a friend. So we can say I'm thankful, because it's just a really pretty font. I'm thankful for all you do. I think that might be what I'm going to add to the inside of this. And I'm just gonna do that with Moody Mauve. So let me add that in there. What did I say I was gonna do? For all you do, right? Where is it? There we go. Now I'm gonna stamp this in my Moody since it's sitting here waiting for me, but I need to get this stamp a little bit straighter. So if I just set it down and then pick it up, then I know it's gonna be straight because it keeps its shape when it's down. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna stamp this right above that piece of Designer Series paper there, because I like that. It's just very subtle. No sound. Did anybody else lose sound? I hope not, because my device doesn't say that anything is going wrong. Okay, let's close this up. Did anybody else lose sound? Or are we all good? Okay, you have sound. Vicky, try to refresh your screen and see if that helps. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and adhere this. You have sound or no? Huh? You do? Okay. My sound guy, my son, I knew I heard him. He's here. He goes, you have sound. It's okay, you have sound. Okay, so let's add this to the inside. Yeah, Vicky, try refreshing your browser and see if that helps. I hope. Okay, there's the inside of our card. So now I think this is dry enough that if I take my little powder bag here, this is our embossing buddy. Mine is very, very old. Look, this is even the old style Stampin' Up! Labels that we used to use. All right, I'm thankful. I'm gonna grab this and we're gonna do this in the Versamark. Now I'm gonna put this kind of at a slant across the two center leaves. Okay, like that. Let's grab the heat tool. Let's put some of this copper clay on here. just like that. Okay, perfect. Let's heat this up. Now I am going to show you guys something when I'm done here because I think it's worth knowing, because I really played around with my embossing powder the other day. Yeah, refresh the screen. That should get everything kind of back in order again. All right, I'm going to dump that powder back in there. Okay, I want to show you guys something really quick though. If you can see this, where's my camera at? There's kind of some little spaces that didn't fill in. I'm kind of particular when it comes to doing my, hold on a minute, I got this one spot that didn't get done. I'm kind of particular on my embossing powder. I want to be able to see it. I want all those little gaps filled in. If you're using a photopolymer stamp, so in other words, a clear stamp, you can do this if you can see exactly where you're stamping, which this is a little bit warped now, so I'm just going to kind of put it back into shape and move my light just a skosh so I can see better. And as long as I can get that back in position, I can re-stamp that. I can close my Versamark so we don't get any accidents, because we don't want that. I can Versamark, or I can re-emboss that with my powder to give myself, now watch. It gives it a much more defined look over top of where I just embossed, but it's kind of like double embossing, I guess you would say, but it gives it a much cleaner, crisper. I've tried to restamp and it didn't work. Oh no! Yeah, I played around with it a lot last night. Ugh. You do, okay, so in all fairness, I do have to say that when you stamp it, you have to be light the second time. Maybe that's what happened, Peggy. Because it will slide. Because you are now stamping on something that is non-porous, which was your first embossed image. So it will tend to slide around on you if you're not careful. You have to go very, very lightly. Just get a little bit of that ink on the top of that sentiment. Then maybe it might work for you, Peggy, if that's what is going on, I hope. Because I've messed around with it quite a bit, making sure that I'm not going to show you guys something if it doesn't work. So yeah, you do have to be a little finicky with it to make sure, because like I said, it is going to slide. So maybe that's what the problem was if it wasn't working for you. Okay, so now I'm going to just adhere this to my oxidized paper here. Is that what was happening, Peggy? It was just sliding around on you? Because I ran into that the first couple of times, and then I thought, okay, I'm trying to apply way too much pressure here. I'm trying to really get like overboard. That I then realized when I just went down lightly and just put a coat of that Versamark on there again, then it worked for me. So that's, I 100% agree with you on that one. If that's what was happening, I get you. I feel you. I was there. So I guess I better say that a little bit better before I say that it'll just work. No, you have to go lightly with it. Okay. Since I was going to use our copper and natural ribbon combo on this to do it, then I decided not to because this is out of stock until like, I think the end of October. I decided I was going to use now. That being said, if you already have that, use it. This is something that has been retired for a while. I think it looks, and I don't even know the name of it. I have it written something metallic on here. I don't even know how many catalogs it was from, but I still have quite a bit of it on this roll. This makes a very, very beautiful bow on this card, and it really, really matches well with the oxidized. You can use your copper on the oxidized, but I don't like the colors together. I just don't think it matches, but that's me. So if you have the copper, use it. But I'm just gonna create a little tiny bow using this retired metallic ribbon that I have here. If I can get it straightened, there we go. Fluff up my bows. Okay, let's cut this off down here. I'm going to grab one of my yeah, what is that? Mini glue dot. Don't grab a blinny, because I don't know what that is. I mean, you can if you want, but who knows where my words come from. I'm telling you, ever since I had that thing a couple weeks ago, oh, words have just been something of the past, I tell you. Okay, I'm just gonna put that right there, and I just think that goes so well. So if you have this ribbon, pull it out, use it. It really looks pretty with this oxidized paper. I think I'm gonna move that down just a bit. There we go, because I don't want to cover up my words. Okay, we're going to pop this up now. I wonder if the Moody Mauve blend on the metallic ribbon. Oh, well, you know, you could absolutely try. And then you could add, yeah, a little bit of the Moody Mauve to that. That would be really pretty. You know what? Like I say, try anything. You know, if you don't like it, then you don't like it. You don't have to ever go with it. But if you don't try it, you'll never know. So yeah, definitely try your Moody Mauve blends on that ribbon and see what the effect you get. It's just like when I tell people, don't be afraid to ask the question. You know, the worst case scenario, they're gonna tell you no. Oh well, you then know. But if you never ask, how are you ever gonna know? You're always gonna be wondering. Because some people are really, really finicky about, you know, I don't wanna ask because they might say no. Oh, well, they say no, not a big deal. I have to go fill this up because I forgot to do it earlier. But we're gonna get some bling added to this card to finish this off. I am in love with these adhesive back sparkle gems. These are in your annual catalog. I'm going to use the gold ones on there. I know they are not the copper, but they still look really pretty on here. I like the way that they shine, and I'm not hating the fact that they're gold. Sometimes gold just doesn't look good next to the copper, but this is really not a bad look on that. So there is card number 2 complete. Very, very kind of, you know, on the simple side, but so beautiful. You've got that shimmer on there. And it's just a great way to tell somebody you're thankful for them. So there is card number 2. Let me get that one set aside so we can get to card number 3. But I need to go fill up my water painter because we're gonna need it. So give me 2 seconds to go put some water in this, and I will be right back. have water in that. Okay, I'm gonna set that aside. Now, card number 3, we are gonna do this gorgeous little wreath using our little smaller, these two die cuts here. They're those maple leaves, but they're the smaller maple leaves. We're gonna use those primarily for this card. And I've used this little sprig piece on my oxidized paper to give me kind of a little bit of shimmer to this card. So we're just really kind of stepping it up on this card. I also made the background. So I'm gonna show you guys how to do all this. All right, so here is all of our bits. So let's make sure we get everything out of here. So I already went ahead and die cut everything for us. So you're not sitting me here, seeing me on repeat, cutting everything. So I did 3 of each color. So I'm gonna move that out of the way because we need to do some of that water painting stuff to that. So see, I cut out 3 of these. Well, I cut out 2 this time because I used the extra piece that I already had. And I'm just gonna cut these things apart, but I'll do that in a minute so I don't lose anything. So let's set all these aside, or you know what? I'm gonna put them back in my envelope because we're gonna get kind of messy here. I'm gonna set those aside. Don't let me forget where I put those. I'm also going to set my little sentiment piece aside. I'm gonna also move my card base. Just get anything that can get covered in ink out of the way. Where did I put my... Let me get a couple of these cleaned and put away so I'm not looking everywhere. Okay, let's move that. All right, so what we're gonna do, I am going to grab, you don't have to use this if you use just something to protect your workspace. I'm not gonna use that because that just makes things harder. Okay, I'm just gonna set these down. So I have done, well, I don't need that extra orange one. You need to have, yes I do. You need to have 3 of each of your colors. So I used 3 pecan, or pecan, however you say that word, 3 of the pumpkin pie, and 3 of the wild wheat of those maple leaves. And I like that you can cut 2 at a time because they gave you 2 of the same die. Okay, then what you're gonna need to grab is you're gonna need to grab your Whisper White. This is that craft pad. I don't use it as often as I should, but I'm just gonna squeeze this pad. I'm gonna get some ink on the lid, hopefully. I need more ink than that. I need to get a little bit more squeeze to that. I'm not a very strong upper body person, so I gotta put some oomph into that. Okay, there's some white that I'm trying to get, but you know what? I just want some more ink on there. Ugh. Okay, there we go. That'll work. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna move my little name tag thing because like I said, we're gonna get some ink. We're gonna be crazy. Not crazy, but we're gonna be messy. It's kind of like going back to grade school. So we have our ink. I'm just gonna get some water worked to the end of my water painter here. And I'm just gonna kind of soup up this ink. It's just water and your craft ink. Then I like to take my bone folder and just tap. Now it's spraying all over. I know it makes a mess. I just gotta be careful that I don't hit other cards that I may not want this look on. But then you can get close and kind of do some bigger splats. Kind of as a, yeah, see, I'm getting it everywhere. Don't drop it like I just did. if you have, which I found in my drawer, I don't know if I got it from Stampin' Up or where the heck I got it from, but I have a white, what's it called? This thing. I have a white one of these. A Wink of Stella. I have a white one. Now, I don't know, like I said, I don't know where it came from. I don't know if it was something that I had in my stash from when we used to shop at Crafter's Warehouse or Hobby Lobby, or I don't know. Maybe it was something Stampin' Up! Used to have in the past. Anyways, it works also. You just got to get it a little bit wet. Now, see, you get kind of a really neat, I'm not sure if you guys can see that. Let me try to pull this closer. See how you get kind of just a distressed, almost like it has rained on these leaves. I like the look of it. It just makes it look a little bit more realistic, but it does make a mess. So if you're willing to deal with the mess, then it's gravy. All right, let me grab the inside piece of my card, which we need next. I'm gonna pull those aside, let them dry. We're going to need, where is that at? I know my mom has one. I was gonna bring mine over. Let me see if I can find her scorer. I know it's gotta be around here somewhere. If you don't have the score buddy, hey, where's your score buddy at? You know the big score? Yeah. The big square, it's like a black or like a dark charcoal color. Did I walk right past it? No. Oh. Oh, you have it hidden. Okay, this will work. Perfect. All right, cool, thanks. All right, if you guys have, hold on a minute. It's got my mom's dog attached to it. Well, at least a lot of my mom's dog's hair. Anyways, hopefully you guys can see. What'd you say?
When are you gonna get done so we come back over and walk you on?
Later. I don't know. I'm on my last card.
I'll text you. Okay.
Yeah, we'll text you. We have phones. They work. Trust me. Okay, so this is called the Simply Scored. I don't know why I was saying scored, buddy. Simply Scored. If you guys have this, it makes scoring a lot easier. Now, it's not a must-have kind of tool because now that Stampin' Up! Came out with our paper trimmer that now has the score blade on it, you can do it just as well with that. It will work. Either way, I just wanted to show you guys this nifty little tool, or you might have one that, there was a blue one that used to be out that I can't remember the name of it. But anyways, what you're going to do is you are going to score every 1/2 inch. So we're gonna do 1/2 inch. We're gonna do 1 inch. Oh, by the way, this piece here is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. We're gonna do 1 inch, 1 1/2 inch, 2 inch. Oh, you get it. I don't need to keep saying it. You guys know your 1/2 inches. Okay, and this one here is just gonna be right on the edge because it's just 1/8 inch. Okay, so now it does take up a lot of space. You're absolutely correct. But it's just one of those tools, especially if you have something really, really large that you have to score. It's kind of a nifty little thing to have if you like to make gift boxes and you're scoring a lot. These really, because it's kind of, you've got 12 by 12 space to score on. I don't do a whole heck of a lot of scoring. This project took up my scoring skills. So I just thought I would share that little tool with you guys. Well, I guess it's not little, that big tool with you guys. Now I'm gonna grab my pebbled path. Okay, click that into place. Now what I'm gonna do, now when I scored this, I scored down, which then beveled this side. So my mountains are on the flip side. I want to be seeing my mountains. I want to feel the ripples. So just to know that your beveled part needs to be facing you and the valleys need to be upside down and facing the back side. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm gonna take my pebbled path. My pad sticks above all of my plastic of my piece here. I'm just gonna take this and very, very lightly drag this down my paper. I can flip it and I'm gonna drag it this way. Again, very lightly. Now you can come in here and you can drag it a couple more times, move it around a bit. Wasn't that so sweet? My son came over to tell me that he wanted to walk me home because now that it's getting dark, I live like 20 feet away. But he wanted to make sure, because of him being scared of the snakes, he wanted to make sure he walked me home and that I made it home safe. What a guy. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of tap this on here, just like this, just to make it look like an old wooden fence. Now, I went a little bit more crazy on this one. You know, you do what you feel is necessary. You can come in here and add a little bit more streaks to it if that's what makes you feel good. I'm gonna leave it alone because I tend to get a little overboard and then I screw things up. So the reason why I did that first, is because now those things need to dry. So I'm gonna set this aside and let it dry. These are pretty much dry at this point. What I need to do is I'm gonna bring my card base over. I'm gonna go ahead and fold it just like this. I've already scored it since this is my thick, basic white cardstock. I just need to take my bone folder and give that a good burnish down. There's my base. This is gonna go on top of my base, but again, I just need to kind of let it air dry a second. While that's doing that, I can go ahead and stamp my little sentiment here. I'm going to be using that I'm thankful again. Actually, you know what? No, I'm not. I fibbed. Let's see. Hold on, where's my stamp set? I think there's another one with a grateful heart. I think that would be good because we've already used the I'm thankful. Let's spice our lives up a little bit. I like it spicy. Not really. Okay, we're going to do with a grateful heart this time. Again, bringing in our Versamark and bringing in my scrap. Now what I'm gonna do with this is I am going to probably stamp this twice with a grateful heart. We're going to place right there. Give it to me. All right, where'd my, again, coming in with copper. Okay, I'm gonna hit that with the heat gun and I'm gonna probably do it again. I don't know what it is with my copper. It doesn't like to stick to the Versamark. So that's why I learned that I needed to do copper twice. Because for some reason, it just is not a fan of sticking to the Versamark. Ouch, and I'm burning my fingers. Okay, let's try this again. You know, I will say that it almost feels like this embossing powder is a little bit coarser, like thicker. It's not as fine as our white or the gold. So maybe that's why it doesn't like to stick as well. So again, coming in here, this is kind of gotten a little bit heat warped. Let's try this again. Very lightly, tap that down. Okay, let's give her another whirl. Let's see if we can get this embossed a little bit better. Oh yeah, that worked much better. Ouch. Don't burn your fingers off though. There we go. All right, now I think this is dry enough. All right, so now we're going to arrange our little things. I'm gonna also pull out our little sprigs here. And we are going to snip those, ouch, as I just stab myself with my extremely sharp scissors. Oh my gosh, so last week I was sitting there stupid. I don't know what I was thinking. Oh, obviously I wasn't. I'm sitting there cleaning off the end of my paper trimmer, and the dingling that I am, I go, oh, grrr, and I cut right there. I cut right down my finger. It's healed now. But I was like, how stupid was that? Duh, it's a blade. It cuts paper. Go ahead, rub your finger down and see what happens. Well, leave it to me to have to put something to the test, I tell you what. Jeez Louise. Okay, so I just thought I would tell you guys my experience. Don't rub your finger down the blades. Ha, not a smart choice. Learn from my mistakes. What is that? Do as I say, not as I do. Did your parents ever tell you that? Okay, if they didn't, I'm here to tell you. Don't do it. It hurts. Okay, so I'm just going to start kind of intertwining these. Now I'll mess with them as we go, because that's not sitting down, but we're just going to keep going here, creating a little wreath with these. What do we need next? We need this. And I'm just kind of sliding the back little stem underneath this corner edge here, just like that. And then doing it again and again. So the whole thing will kind of interlock on itself, just like that. Isn't that so cool how that kind of works? Then I just grab this whole little thing and I flip it. There we go. Then I have this exposed where I can now come in and kind of move things around and tweak them as I need. And then I just add a little dot of glue to the back of these, just a little, because I'm going to be putting those little sprigs in there. So I don't want to go too crazy. Okay, but now if I do this correctly, and if I can hang on to everything and my fingers aren't going to be fumbly, I can pick that whole little wreath up and I can place it right on my card. Kind of cool how that works. Oh shoot, I forgot my other ribbon. Dang it. Good thing my mom has some over here. I need the black and white ribbon. Okay, so there we go. There's our wreaths. Now I've just glued those straight down. Isn't that so cool how those interlock? It was almost like they were meant to be a wreath, right? One might think. Let me find, nope, I don't want that one. Oh, I know she has some here. Ooh, there it is. How nice is it that my mom duplicates everything, that I can have everything be right here and not have to be like, ugh, because I am not running home and getting it, I'll tell you that much. Especially in the dark. I would need my sun. Okay, so that is just going to sit like that. This little piece here is going to go across the center, but what we're going to do is we're going to take these. Some of these have some really crazy long pieces, and I'm just going to tuck these. I'm going to add a little bit of glue. I'm going to kind of do a dry fit first just to see where I want them. I'm going to skip every other. So then we'll go in here. Let's cut some of this crazy length off. We don't need that. One will go there. Come on. One will go there. Do you guys talk to yourself when you're crafting, or is that just me and my crazy self? Probably just me. It's okay. I'll own it. Okay, that's how we're gonna do that. But these are still kind of crazy long. I know, I thought, geez, my husband probably thinks I'm a crazy lady. I'm in there crafting and talking to myself. But hey, you know, gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, that's gonna go there. We're gonna cut some more length off of this. I told him, I go, hey, I get it honest. I'm an only child. I had to talk to myself. I didn't have friends. I didn't have siblings. He's like, yeah, I wouldn't know what that was like. I go, you're right, because you've got a bunch of siblings. Because there's 5 of them in his family. I said, you guys always had somebody to talk to. Not me. I had to talk to myself. We lived pretty far out in the country as a kid that, you know, it was just one of those things. Okay, I'm going to cut some more off this. But then again, even if I had siblings, I would probably still talk to myself. So I guess I probably can't use that as a good excuse. Okay, this one's going to get tucked right in between here. Okay. So see, if you order my October class, the cool thing is you're gonna have even more, because you're going to have these cards that I'm showing you tonight, and then plus the 5 with the October class, that you will have, you know, 8 cards that you can use this set to your advantage of making all these beautiful cards. Okay, so I'm going to take and put my banner in the center here. Just like so. Oops, I need to move that up a little bit. Ah! I know, you're stuck, but you need to come up off of there. Okay, we're gonna put that right like that, centering that. That's better. Okay, now using the black and white gingham ribbon, I am going to tie a little bow. Do you guys see how much better I am getting with bow tying? Yes, I have been practicing. Okay, I should shut up, because now I'm gonna jinx myself, because that's how things work. If you talk and boast, it will bite you. Speak too soon, lady. No, it worked. Okay, I'm just gonna take a little tiny, well, maybe not too tiny, but I'm gonna take a smaller-ish piece of this and just add that black and white on there. I just think that black and white just kind of makes things pop. It's just a little bit different. You can use whatever ribbon you have. I just like, it kind of looks good with this background. We do have, if you wanted to do this on the very vanilla paper, that would be really pretty. We do have the black and vanilla ribbon out now. Okay, so let's get a mini glue dot here. Come on, guy. Now we can either put this up here, but I don't like it up there. So I'm gonna put it right kind of down towards the bottom here, just like that. Okay, but we're not done. We gotta bling it up. Oh, first we gotta put it to our base though. Get out of there. Okay, let's put this to our base. So you just see just a little bit of that white behind there. Okay, where did I put my embellishments? Oh, for the love. Oh, there they are, sitting right underneath my card. Okay, again, bringing in the adhesive back sparkle gems. I'm gonna use the black ones, the black sparklies, because I just wanna bring out some of that dark and that black and white bow. And I like these little gems. Okay, we're gonna put one right up there. There we go. How stinking pretty is that? Let's actually, what are we gonna do in the inside of this? I was thinking put a couple little leaves in there, or we can put part of this on the inside. If we did, hold on a minute. I think I have an idea. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, that's scary. Danny has an idea. Okay, I am going to take, let me see. We're gonna take a little bit of, whoa, not copper clay. That's pecan, not copper clay, okay? Just so we get this right. I need pecan. I don't know how you say it, but either way, it's a word that I probably just pulled out of a hat. No, I read something somewhere and they were having kind of a debate on how you say pecan or pecan. I'm like, I don't know how I say it until I started saying it. I'm like, I say pecan. So I'm going to, let's take this. I need to find, hey Ma, are you still watching? Where, do you have any little finger daubers? The little finger sponges that I always use? I guess I could probably, hold on a second. Let me see if you still, do you have any little finger sponges? Oh yeah, you have a whole crate of them. Okay, we're gonna do something. We're gonna be a little kind of fancy. Since this is kind of a fancy card, we're gonna be a little fancy. Do you know where they're at? Oh yeah, she just, I told you guys, she's a crazy woman when it comes to reorganizing. She reorganizes so much that she loses stuff. Well, call it like I see it. Okay, she does. She's constantly reorganizing. And then she's like, where did I put that? I don't know. I didn't reorganize it. All right, you know what? We're going to try something here. This may or may not work, okay? I'm going to dip this in pumpkin. Okay, this is this big leaf. I'm going to put it on here first so I don't slaughter my card. I'm going to take pecan pie, pecan, and I'm just going to dip some ink, just add some of that to this. Okay, let's try this. Ooh, that is pretty. Okay, there we go. That's what I wanted. I want to add just a bit of that. So I'm gonna dip this back in my pumpkin. I know probably you guys are like, what are you doing? Why are you re-dipping that in there? I already put the ink on there. So I'm just gonna do a couple of tips of these these leaves. You just put some ink to that. Okay, then pick up our card, move the finger dauber. I don't even know what those things are called. And I'm just gonna add this right to the inside bottom. What color did I scrape across the front? Oh, Pebbled Path. Ah, there we go. Look, it just kind of brings all those colors. You could even put some wild wheat in there and really bring all three of those colors together. I was just lazy and just used two, but that's okay. Not Lost Lagoon. Pebbled Path is what I drug across the front. Yep. I just think it has kind of that, I like the gray to it, but it has a tinge of like a brown that I really think it works really good for wood. So that's why I chose that color. You could use, you can even use pecan if you wanted to. You could use, what's the other one? You could use crumb cake. You can use early espresso. I mean, you can use a lot of our browns that we have. You can even use smoky slate, basic gray. What's the other brown that we have? Oh, copper clay would work. Yeah, there's lots of colors that you could use for this. You could do this in lots of different colors. I just thought it turned out so cute, and it was something different that I haven't seen anybody do with this set yet. So I wanted to make sure that I showed you guys and see, and there's the inside with that really cool big maple leaf that all just kind of works together. Let me put this in here, but I'm gonna flip her little card thing over here so I don't wind up making a mess on all of her little cards. She's got this little fancy kit. She loves this place, this scrapbook.com. That's where she gets a lot of her little things. That's where she got this little magic mat that I use to cut on. But this holds all these little finger guys in here. And then it comes with this little grid that you could stamp on to show what color. Not that I'm affiliated or anything with that scrapbooking.com, but you know what? If I find something that's cool and I think it's worth showing you guys, I'm gonna be showing you. All right, let's bring in the 3 cards that we made today. Alrighty, so we've got these 3 little lovelies here. So this is what we've created tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed these. I really had fun creating these for you guys, and I knew that you guys would love them. They're all 3 very, very different from one another, so it really gives you guys some good ideas and things to go play with this beautiful, this is the Autumn Leaves bundle with the die set here. This die set is really, really cool. You even have the veins of the leaves. Somebody was talking about the veins of the leaves that you can cut out, and that oxidize is really, really pretty on there. It's a very, very fun stamp set. This is one of our $1 million, why can't I get that on there? One of our $1 million achiever sets. This is for Amy Conder, I think. I'm not sure how you say her last name, but she has helped create this, and what a set it is that she has created. Very, very beautiful. All right, you guys, don't forget, when you spend $35 or more in my store and use my current host code, you will get all the stuff to create these cards. Now, again, you're going to need the stamp set or a leaf set that you might already have that would work for this. I highly recommend getting this set just because it's so beautiful. Watch October 1st. I will have that PDF coming out. I will show you guys all the cards that I've created on Monday. You guys are very, very welcome. Thank you so much for sticking with me tonight. Have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful, safe week. And I will see you guys back here on Wednesday for mystery stamping. I will see you guys then on Monday the 25th. I think I'm going to be making cards using the Bag of Bones set. I really love that set. It is also my PDF class for the month of September. So that is available for you guys. It is a really, really fun class. It creates 4 cards, plus I throw some bonus cards on there to give you guys some extra inspiration. I don't do step-by-step for the bonus cards, but it at least shows you some other cards that you can create with that as well. So you guys have a wonderful, wonderful, safe week, and I will see you guys back here in just a few days. All right, guys, bye.